Welcome to level 6. Welcome to Let's Play Teleglitch More Edition, Episode 6. And... we got some company. We'll do very soon. Up here, we've got some more... Oh, the did indeed get destroyed. And I've got a decision I need to be undertaking, because in order to get the canned meat, I'm going to need to drop something, but what to drop is the question. I'm going to drop an M-chip because the M-chips have kind of reached the end of their useful lifespan. Although I will be coming back for this M-chip if we find a particular secret that we're hoping to find. I'd say that went well, for the most part. Now, more plates, but I can't exactly make more armor without wasting armor points. Armor points are valuable. You cannot overfill on armor points like you can for the, is that a secret? Looks like a secret to me. You can't overfill on armor points the way you can for, like... Oh my! Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the mother load of machine gun rounds. Anyway, you cannot overstack on machine gun on the armor the way you can health points. Armor has a finite limit of 100 and there's no way to overstack on armor like you can with health. I have a load of machine gun rounds. So, introducing our first scientist. Basically, red guards with light armor. That's the patrol for the level over and done with. Let's see. That looks like a secret, but in reality it's not. Back here. Hardware, cool. Not that I have a use for hardware, but... well... what can I say? The goose was cooked anyway. There's nothing I can do with hardware, unfortunately. And whatever's in this room is definitely a dead end because the patrol came back immediately. However, we also know that there is... where are you? Oh. That's what you are. Let's see. There we go. Exactly optimizing my usage of ammo at the moment. Not to worry, because introducing a new enemy, the sentry turret. They do not move around, obviously, and they carry medium armor. Best advice is Like so. That's the hardest part of society standards, isn't it? Teaching things and people how not to do bad things. Yeah. So we're still exploring the fun house of horrors. And looking for secrets, of course. Secrets will be... Well, let's just say that there are a couple of secrets on this level that are tied to pretty much your ability to survive. Well, I wanted to make armor earlier, and now I can. Completely consequence-free. I could upgrade the AGL1 to an AGL3 using the 2 tubes, but... inclined not to, for some reason. Yeah, now's a good time to use stuff like that. And it's behind this double secret. Yeah. Spare teleport. I've already explained the teleport, and there's not really much else I can explain. Okay, what are you gonna tell me? Teleporter? That's good to know. Looks like I get spare M chip anyway. Conundrums all the time. It's unlikely I'm going to be able to make the minigun at this stage, but it would be really nice to have that option. But at the same time, I got to prioritize survival, and actually, that I will show off. How does one make a minigun? I already showed this off in the previous episode, but just as a reminder, we need to get a motor in order to make the minigun and the 4 MG3200s. But that's probably not going to happen, and if I do get and in the unlikely event that I do get a motor, I would want to make myself a pair of power legs instead, because power legs give you plus 50% movement speed, similar to how the stimulant will work when I can show that off, but the thing is that it does it without any negative consequences whatsoever. Hey, so I heard you all liked jump scares. How's this one for ya? Never mind. But yeah, we have ourselves a boss who's just standing there. So that is an item over there. And yeah, that's our boss for the level. Now, if I was standing in that corridor around there, I could have taken several pot shots at this boss without any fear of retaliation. Doing this is a tactic known as cheesing, and I don't know what happens if you kill this boss from outside the room, but you all wanted a boss fight, right? Now, the way this boss works is, you can probably guess, it carries around 2 miniguns. And they completely shred through your health in a matter of moments. So when it lines up its minigun attack, you just want to run for cover. Standing in close proximity is also not recommended because it has a melee attack. But I don't know how much damage the melee attack does. So here's a good moment to show off the Panzerfaust AP. And of course a good moment to show off the stimulant as well. That was a little close for my comfort. I'm just running out of ammo for everything. Yeah, this boss carries heavy armor, which is the reason why a lot of my attacks keep proving ineffective. Even if I die at this point, all that's going to happen is me respawning in the teleporter, in the boss room teleporter, which isn't too bad, but I'd really like to not die. And that plus, another concern is ammo. Oh, there we go. And for defeating this boss, you're given a hardware, an M chip, and a plate, as well as whatever loot happens to be in the room, which can include storage chests. But yeah, that's a destroyer for you. Remember what I said about me preferring not to die? Yeah. Not dying would be nice. Okay, but assessing our ammo, I've only got 2 clips of MG300 ammo left, including a single bullet in the SMG, and then that's it, I'm out of ammo. Hey! On the flip side, I have explosives, and explosives solve all our problems, right? Wrong. I have to say that that's my favourite bit of lore in the entire game, partially because it references Metroid, but mostly because that was the bit of lore that first clued me into the SMG. Ah! Here's something new. Cameras. These are... well, they're basically a joke. Even a nail from a nail gun is going to take it out in one hit. But if you get within their line of sight as indicated by the EM detector, they will alarm security and they will dispatch a squad of, I think it's 3 normal guards. But it's annoying to have to deal with enemies, especially while you're on low health. And in constant danger of dying. Of course, there's a level exit, but I'm not going to go through it just yet because I'm on the constant search for secrets. Especially now that it's pretty much become... I just realized I made a huge blunder. There was a door I didn't go through. So, now would be a good time to talk about roguelikes and sci-fi and horror aspects, because, and it is, I personally think that the horror genre in recent years has had a sort of quality shortfall, but then you get games that periodically come out of the blue, which attempts to prove that the horror genre hasn't exactly had a quality shortfall, but in some ways it has, in others it has not. And no, there was nothing here, so the entire trip back here was a waste of time, but periodically you'll get a game which borrows from other genres to try and improve what it's supposed to be. Like, this is not primarily a horror game. In fact, I'd like to think of the horror as something there to enhance the roguelike aspect of the game, because psychological horror is generally one of the best ways to get a person's survival instincts to just kick in and maximize how well they play your game. It's used in an innocent attempt to get the player to play better. And at this point, I am pretty close to kicking the bucket anyway, so I probably shouldn't have even made armor, but... and... put simply, dying is a sensible tactic if you want to try and get back the health points that you would have gotten if you hadn't have made teleports. But decisions are decisions, and, well, cool, we get ourselves a last gun, finally an energy weapon that's actually worth our time. If only I could find this earlier, but you can improve the last gun into a last gun mod, and that will give you a clip capacity of 40. And instead of pointing at things, it cuts through them very quickly. There's a couple of doors, and unfortunately I have to go through a room filled with zombies in order to get to these two doors. But it's worth it because there are secrets. I mean, even if I accidentally trigger the trap there, I can always run past it. This decision again. Dying would be very much... dying is not on my priority list of things to do. Oh cool, we get our rifle HP as well. High velocity rifle, and I'm going to unload it, and immediately upgrade it to the MG HP, which is the fully automatic version of the high velocity assault rifle. And because, you know, to sort things out. And okay. So we're pretty much at the end of the episode already, and the end of the level, so I would like not to hug the wall. And there we go. So yeah, this has been a very fun level. You almost get to see me die as well, but before we go on to the next level, I think it's time we did a bit of inventory organization, or specifically just so that weapons which have ammo go at the top, weapons which, and the less ammo they have, further down they go. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright. So yeah. That's level 6. And yeah, that is the end of episode 6. Join me in the next episode, in which I explain some weapons and show off a feature that some people new to the game will have most likely been annoyed at me for not showing off, but I had good reason for not showing it off, and I will clarify that reason in the next episode. See you all then.